You have spent weeks preparing for your undergraduate law admissions, and one anxious question keeps circling in your mind. Can you actually pass or fail the LNAT? The answer will completely change how you approach your revision. Here is the direct answer. There is absolutely no official pass or fail mark for the exam. You cannot fail the LNAT in the way you might fail a driving test, because it was never designed to certify a baseline. The LNAT is strictly a comparative test. Your success depends entirely on the applicant cohort in your year and on the specific cut-off scores required by each of your chosen universities. Many applicants approach the LNAT with the mindset of traditional exams like A-levels or GCSEs. They assume that reaching a certain percentage automatically guarantees a passing grade and a safe result. But the Law National Admissions Test functions completely differently. It is an aptitude test designed specifically to rank candidates against one another, not to simply confirm a minimum level of competence. The test administrators do not define any threshold at all. Instead, your raw score out of 42 in Section A is sent directly to your chosen universities, alongside your Section B essay. Each university then assesses your score against the rest of their own applicant pool. Because the process is purely comparative, a good score genuinely changes from one year to the next. It shifts with the difficulty of the particular paper and with the overall strength of the candidates applying to each law school that cycle. There is no fixed line drawn permanently in the sand. So rather than aiming merely to pass, you should aim to score comfortably above the global average. You want to clear the competitive threshold that your target institutions quietly expect. Since there is no universal pass mark, how do universities actually decide who to admit? Top-tier institutions use the LNAT as a filtering mechanism to manage huge numbers of strong applicants. They review the distribution of scores across their applicants and establish informal cutoffs. As a rough benchmark, the national average generally sits in the low 20s out of 42. Scoring a 22 might keep you in the running for some respected law schools, but the most competitive institutions typically look for scores sitting firmly in the high 20s. Let us make those tiers concrete. Ultra-competitive universities, such as Oxford, usually require a score of around 28 to 30 or more, well above average, simply to secure an interview. Highly competitive universities, such as UCL and KCL, typically look for scores between 25 and 27. In a crowded field, a strong score here provides a genuinely distinct advantage. For competitive universities, such as SOAS, scoring around 22 to 24 is often sufficient. That means landing right at or slightly above the national average is enough to stay in contention. Remember, these are approximations based on historical data, not published guarantees. You should always check the specific guidance published by each university, because expectations can and do move each year. A quick word on the essay. Section B is not marked by the LNAT Consortium, and it does not contribute to your score out of 42 at all. However, do not neglect it. Many universities read that essay carefully to judge how well you construct a compelling, well-structured argument under strict time pressure. One more crucial point. You can only take the LNAT once per admission cycle. If you are unhappy with your score, you cannot resit until the following academic year, so every attempt counts. So while you cannot technically fail the exam, you absolutely can fail to meet the standard your chosen university demands. Natural aptitude alone rarely produces those exceptional high 20 scores. The LNAT tests complex reasoning, deduction, and interpretation under immense time pressure. The only reliable way to lift your score from average to exceptional is through high volume, targeted, realistic practice. That is exactly why comprehensive preparation becomes essential. You need to rehearse relentlessly, with digital mock exams that build the pattern recognition and stamina needed to score competitively. Start with a free, full-length LNAT practice test today at lawmint.uk. Our full series offers 200 full-length tests with 8,400 multiple-choice questions. Subscribe to @LNAT Prep on YouTube for more guides like this one.